Hi, I'm Jim Suttie. I'm a teacher at Cog Hill Golf and Country Club in Lamont, Illinois, and today we're going to talk about the fundamentals of alignment. Alignment is a key thing here, largely controlled by your ball position. If your ball position's pretty good, then your alignment should be pretty good. But here we have the target line, the yellow flag stick on the ground, and this is David demonstrating the alignment as I show you how to line up. And this would be considered a square stance. In David's stance, he has this foot very straight and this foot flared slightly to the left. That would be a square stance right there. And now, so the stance is you're gonna have three types of stances, but this is basically the one you should use unless you have some issues where you can't do this. An open stance would drop this foot back a little bit. And Lee Trevino played this way. There's several golfers that play that way. Stance has little bearing on how you swing a club, but evidently some people prefer to be slightly open. That would be an open stance. And a closed stance would be where the foot would be over here. This would be a closed stance where the foot's forward. As you age and lose flexibility, this might not be a bad stance for you to have. But for right now, let's say you're starting up golf and you want to have a good stance. Let's go into a square stance. Okay, so stance-wise, that's how you stand to the ball. Now, shoulders are the next thing. The shoulders control, to a large degree, the path of the club head through the impact area. David here has what we call square shoulders, as you see right there. His shoulders are parallel left of that yellow pole on the ground, so this would get him aiming about correctly. This would be closed shoulders. That would make, that was one of the biggest problems amateurs have, where they close up their shoulders and they come over the top, and we're going to show that to you in a minute. And this is open shoulders. Now the shoulders do have a big influence on the path of the club, so therefore you do want to line up correctly like he's doing. This will give you the feeling that the right shoulder is lower than the left, and the head for the driver, of course, is going to be slightly behind the ball. Now, David, if you demonstrate what the typical amateur does, he comes in there with very closed body position and closed shoulders, closed feet. And now this kind of position of the shoulders right here, closed, will make his golf club come way inside, and the amateur basically has to now come over the top to try to get it back on that yellow line. That's the over-the-top swing, and they leave their weight back on the right leg. See, so like that. Try that one more time. Close up and over the top. That's over-the-top swing. And we see that because it all starts with a stance being too closed and the shoulders being too closed. The other one is some people get too much weight on their left side, and then they start opening up their shoulders. Now their shoulders are aimed to the left over here. So again, I said, the path of the swing is largely dictated by where the shoulder line is. So he has his shoulders aimed to the left, so that's basically how he's going to swing. His club is going to come out here somewhere and swing over there somewhere to the trees. So if you want to demonstrate that for me, please. Okay, one more. Out and across. That's right. So his swing would go that way. In both instances, one would create a pull slice, the first one where he had a closed shoulders. This is going to be where he takes it in, comes over the top. That's going to be a pull slice swing where your ball starts out left and then slices. The open shoulder position here is, this is going to cause a slice that starts straight and move to the right because his face never squares up. So that's the shoulder has a whole lot, the shoulders have a whole lot to do on the path of the swing. So therefore, be very careful to set up properly with the proper grip, the proper ball position, and the proper shoulder angle. One other thing before we stop from talking about shoulders is I want David, if you'd put your back to face the camera, please. And this way is with the driver. Let's say that this club is going to be the ball. Well, let's put this, yeah, the club is going to be the ball. And as you can see here, there's his spine. His spine is angled slightly to the right, isn't it? Now, most amateurs will line up this way. Their spine is going to be angled to the left. That's most people. So when you set up to the ball, you line up with your spine slightly right of the target, about 8 to 10 degrees, and that allows us to turn around our spine correctly. Okay, you can turn around now. And so shoulder alignment and the amount of tilt that you have with your spine and your upper body is very important to getting the correct path. If you have a correct path of the golf swing, you're going to hit the ball a lot solider. So you try these things and see how you get more consistent.